Well, clearly, tough loss. I thought they played with more emotion, both physical emotion and mental emotion than we did. Our defense wasn't close really most of the night, and they made us pay. So kudos to them, and we'll get back, keep plugging away at this thing.
Mike, you mentioned the other day that you felt the defense has kind of taken a step back in the last month or so. What is it that's really kind of sticking out to you with that?
It's a long list, Jacob. We're not guarding the ball very well. We're out of position away from the ball, and then we're not rebounding it. And if you don't do the first one, the other two are kind of irrelevant. But certainly, if you even guard the ball well and then don't rebound, kind of moot. So we got to keep searching with these guys, and but we put ourselves in position right there. Had one possession game late, and didn't make enough plays down the stretch.
Is the defensive lapse at the end? What happened there with the dunk?
So obviously we're in a position with no timeouts, and we gotta try to get a 5-second call or inbound it in a way where we can foul pretty quickly. And again, it goes back to where our defense is right now, just a mix up in communication with a couple guys, and obviously they get loose and pretty much put the nail in the coffin there.
What went into the decision to not attempt a three there when you had every drive and then he gets the foul shots?
Yeah, I mean it's I can't remember the time, but it's still enough time, right, to maybe put pressure. They had missed a couple free throws themselves, and so down 3 with 20-something seconds, get a quick 2 or a foul. Best case, I think best case scenario, honestly, you get a career 80% free throw shooter to go up there to cut it to 1, and then there's some real pressure on them to have to make it. But obviously that didn't happen. So being down 2 is a totally different scenario. Two makes it a 2-possession game, and I just thought there was enough time to get a couple more possessions out there, knowing we would foul.
You guys pretty good on the glass. What were they doing well, or what weren't you guys doing well?
They did what they've been doing well all year. They're the number 1 offensive rebounding team in the country for a reason. They're committed to it, and obviously that was a big factor in the game tonight.
Coach, TCU had a couple double-digit leads there in one of the first half, one of the second half. You guys managed to battle back. What was your message to your guys while making those comebacks?
It's a long game. Although I haven't been around as long as Coach Dixon, clearly. I've been around this league long enough to know that most of these games come down to the last 4 minutes or so. And you just can't get too high when you're up. You can't get too low when you're down. You got to keep staying the course and playing the next possession. And, we strung together 7, 8 straight stops. So we've shown we can. To Jacob's question, we still can defend. We just don't have the commitment level to do it over a 40-minute period like we need to right now.
What do you think of Ice's performance just in general?
I thought he was good. I thought he played with a determination. It's obviously been an issue for us trying to figure that thing out down here. And obviously closes his career not having gotten it done, and I hate that for him and for us. But I saw him play with just a determination to try to at least get one before it was over for him.
You're not expecting him to take a COVID year?
I don't know. That kid's been through a lot in our program. That's not a conversation we've had yet, and obviously what we'll do is try to do what's best for him for his long-term future. And if that is returning, then that'll be a conversation to be had at some future date. So I don't know either way right now.
Was there ever a point that you turned to him and said, just go get this done? Because it seems like he just got so determined, like you talked about, to get this done.
Yeah, he made some aggressive plays. I mean, he rebounded it well. He found guys. He scored. He did what a senior does when they play with that level of desperation. And so I don't need to tell him that. He knows, as a captain of our team, as a guy who's been a starting point, basically a starting level guy for us for pretty much his whole career. What's at stake and what's necessary to try to get the job done. We just came up short.
One case still a little hampered by that.
Yeah. I mean, I think anybody watching who's seen him play before can tell he doesn't have the explosiveness, and obviously a quicker turnaround. Not necessarily Saturday, Monday, but not a whole lot of time to get him rested before today, and so he wasn't. I wasn't surprised that he wasn't as good today, and hopefully with the earlier game this week, maybe by Saturday he'll be a little bit better.
I've asked about frustrations throughout the year, other people have too, but when you get a game like you had Saturday and then have tonight, does that continue frustrations? What's that level for you?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of reasons to be frustrated. But mainly it's just the inconsistency. We talked about last week not getting a whole lot inside, and we went into halftime with, again, just 2 points from our interior guys, knowing that this game was going to be a pretty physical one in the paint. And so, just the up and downs and not being able to figure out consistent production night to night is something that we certainly struggle with.
Coach, you've seen TCU twice this year now. Is there something different about this version of TCU than maybe in years past that you coached against?
This is probably the most interior centric team that Coach Dixon's had. I think the year I was an assistant, they were pretty big. They had the foreign kid, can't recall his name. Yeah, they played through him a lot. But really, since then, they've been one of the better 3-point shooting teams in the league. Many years, been the best. And obviously, having an NBA guy helped that. But this team has a different kind of identity. And Coach Dixon's won basketball games a lot of different ways, and he's figured out how to win with this team.
There was a point I think you guys, this may be kind of random, but your whole bench was almost on the floor trying to will the team. Is that kind of what was happening, trying to will the team in that?
Yeah, I think their energy and mindset was in the right place. I think our preparation was good. We just didn't have enough guys perform at the level they're capable of tonight to be able to win on the road in this league. This league's hard. Winning's hard on the road. Obviously, teams are battling for position in the standings, and I was proud of the way the bench guys stayed engaged, even when we got down, and certainly when we started coming back.